Olivia sits at the table, resting her head on her hand. Her dark hair gently falls over her face. In her eyes, tiredness, a mixture of worry and thoughtfulness. On the laptop screen, spreadsheets, invoices, strange emails where something doesn't add up. She's a manager at an advertising agency, but lately her husband, Michael, has been acting strange. His job at an IT company has become an excuse for late returns, odd calls, and unexpected business trips. Olivia's thoughts race on their own. Late again. Said he's stuck at a meeting. But do meetings really last until midnight? He's changed. Dry messages, rare hugs. Where are you now, Michael? She glances at her phone, nothing. No calls, no texts. Suddenly, the sound of a key in the door. Olivia's heart tightens. Michael? Her voice sounds quieter than she wanted. The door slowly opens. Michael appears on the threshold. His gaze is dull, his face pale. In his hands, a supermarket bag. An alibi? Or did he really buy milk, like he said? Sorry. I'm late, he mutters shortly, avoiding her eyes. Olivia feels the cold, like a wall has risen between them. He walks past without kissing her, without a hug. Just sets the bag down in the kitchen. Was the meeting long? She tries to keep the conversation alive. Very. Difficult clients. The answer is emotionless. Olivia notices a faint lipstick mark on his shirt. Pale pink. Not her shade. There it is. Proof. Hammers in her head. Her inner voice whispers. Ask him. Now. Before he goes to the shower. But you're afraid. You're afraid of the truth. She lowers her eyes, gripping the spoon in her hand. Michael puts the kettle on. His gaze drifts, thinking of somewhere else. Another woman? Or something worse? Olivia suddenly stands. Michael, her voice firmer than usual, do you love me? He freezes, as if not expecting the question. Slowly turns. What kind of question is that? Of course I love you. It sounds fake. Empty. Olivia steps closer, feeling her insides tighten. Then tell the truth. Where were you? Silence. Only the kettle's quiet hum. Michael looks at her, glassy, empty eyes. At work, he mutters flatly. You're lying. It's not an accusation, it's a fact. He turns away, pulls a mug from the cupboard. Olivia, not now. I'm tired. She feels it, he's hiding, escaping into his own world. A double life? Someone else? Or something worse? Money? Secrets? Olivia steps closer, placing a hand on his shoulder. He flinches. Michael, I see everything. You're not the man you used to be. You're hiding something. He slowly turns. On his face, a strange mix of exhaustion and pain. Sometimes it's better not to know the truth, Olivia. The phrase cuts like a blade. I have to know, Michael. If you love me, tell me. He looks into her eyes for a long time. A heavy pause, then sighs. Tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. I promise. But Olivia knows tomorrow may never come. And the truth might be worse than her fears. In his eyes, something dark. Secrets. Mysteries that could destroy their lives. The kettle boils. The scene freezes. Tension hangs in the air. Morning. Gray light barely seeps through the thick bedroom curtains. Olivia lies in bed, eyes open, listening to the sounds of the apartment. Michael is already gone, as always, too early. Did he leave a note? A message? Nothing. Silence. Heavy, uneasy. She gets up, puts on her robe, walks to the kitchen. Everything is in its place. Except for one thing. A strange little sticky note on the fridge with an unfamiliar phone number. Small, almost unnoticeable. A note meant for someone else? Or just a coincidence? Olivia picks up her phone and dials the number. The tone rings. Once. Twice. Yes. A woman's voice answers. Young. Confident. Olivia stays silent. Her heart pounds so loudly it feels like the voice could hear it through the phone. Hello. The voice grows irritated. Olivia hangs up. Her hands are shaking. Who was that? Why is her number on our fridge? Her thoughts spiral, anxiety rising. She wants to believe it's nothing. Just a mistake. But inside, emptiness. Where certainty used to be. She walks to the bedroom, takes Michael's laptop. The code, the old one, their anniversary date. He hadn't changed it. Strange. Or had he left it open on purpose? Olivia opens his email. Messages from clients, from the boss, and then a hidden folder. Documents too. She always knew, if there's a 1, there's a 2. Inside, strange files, hotel reservations, money transfers to unknown accounts, odd orders at expensive restaurants across the city. Michael, what are you doing? She whispers to herself. Screenshots. Forward to her email. Her heart races. Her lips dry. Suddenly, an incoming message. From unknown number. Text. Stop digging. It's dangerous. For you. Olivia freezes. Her fingers curl into fists. Who is this? How do they know? Michael? Or someone else? Fear crashes over her. She quickly closes the laptop, shuts it, glances around in panic, the empty apartment. Silence. But the feeling of being watched won't leave. At that moment, the doorbell rings. Sharp. Loud. She freezes. Time stretches like chewing gum. A second ring. A third. Do I open? Or not? Olivia approaches the door, looks through the peephole. A strange man in a suit stands outside. Serious, holding a briefcase. Miss Olivia Hart? He says firmly through the door. Police. May we speak with you? Police? Why? She slides the chain lock off, just a crack, 2 fingers wide. What's going on? The man holds up a badge. We've received information that your husband may be involved in suspicious financial activities. May we come in? She trembles. What activities? We just have a few questions. She stays silent. Her eyes stare into emptiness. Michael, what have you done? Olivia slowly opens the door. The man steps in. Another officer follows. Silent. They begin looking around. When did you last see your husband? The agent asks calmly. Last night. Late. He came home. Her voice shakes. Did he act strange? Unusual behavior. She nods. Yes. Very. He's hiding something. The men exchange glances. We're investigating his connections. Your safety is our top priority. If he's involved in what we suspect, you may be in danger. Cold creeps over Olivia's skin. What exactly is he doing? Pause. Money laundering. Ties to illegal operations. And possibly, he lowers his eyes, a double life. Olivia feels the world crumble beneath her. Do you have anything to prove this? She shows them the laptop. The files. The screenshots. The agents glance at each other. This is exactly what we needed. One steps away to make a call. The other stays close. Miss Hart, if this is confirmed, I'm afraid your husband is in serious trouble. And so are you. He may try to silence you. Her insides twist. What should I do? For now, stay away from him. We'll protect you. But she knows Michael is smart. Very smart. If he's planning something, he'll run. Or do something worse. The agent steps away. Olivia is left alone. In an empty apartment. With fear. With uncertainty. Who have I loved all these years? Who is sleeping beside me? Tears well up in her eyes. And in her heart, an icy void. Evening. Twilight slowly falls over the city. Olivia sits in the kitchen, wrapped in a blanket, holding a cup of cold coffee in her hands. Her phone lies on the table, silent. No messages from Michael. Fear presses against her chest. Her thoughts won't let her rest. Where is he now? What is he doing? Does he know that I've found out? Every minute stretches like an hour. Suddenly, a call. Michael. Her heart skips a beat. Hey, Liv. Are you home? His voice is calm, smooth. Too calm. Yes, I'm home, she barely whispers. I'll be there soon. Got your favorite dinner. Wanted to surprise you. Her breath catches. Michael, we need to talk. A pause. Heavy. Of course, darling. About what? Olivia's eyes drop to the laptop. To the files. To the number on her phone. Just something I need to discuss. When you get here. 10 minutes. Click. He hung up. She feels it, he knows. Rushing to the window, she glances outside. The gray Ford is still there. The police agent watching the house. Good. Maybe her only chance for safety. 10 minutes pass. The door opens. Michael walks in, holding a bag of Chinese takeout, smiling. Hey, beautiful. He reaches out for a hug. Olivia steps back. Put it on the table. His face changes, a flicker of tension in his eyes. What's wrong, Liv? Why so serious? She says nothing. Sit down, he says. Michael sets the food down, sits opposite her, looking straight into her eyes. Talk. Everything. I'm listening. Inside her, a storm. Words caught in her throat. But she must speak. Who is she? Michael blinks. Frozen. Who? The woman. The number on the fridge. The hotels. The restaurants. She tosses the files on the table. You're living a double life, Michael. Silence. Long, suffocating. He lowers his head. Deep breath. You weren't supposed to find that. Her world collapses. So it's true. It's true. Olivia closes her eyes, breathing heavily. Who is she? Michael stays silent. Tell me. It doesn't matter. It's over. I was trying to end it, I swear. But you started digging, and now things are worse. He stands. Steps closer. Hands in pockets. Liv. You've put both of us in danger. These people, they're dangerous. I made mistakes. Big ones. But if the police find out, we're both finished. Her eyes fill with terror. You dragged me into this? Yes. You're my wife. You signed the documents. Your name's on the accounts. They'll come for you too. Olivia backs away. Why, Michael? Why? He stares at the floor. Money. Opportunity. Freedom. You knew I hated that job, that life. I wanted more. And you betrayed me for that? He steps closer. Too close. If you tell the police, it's over. For both of us. You'll go down too. Think. Silence. What are you suggesting? Disappear. Together. Leave everything. I've prepared it all. He pulls out tickets. Passports. 2 packed bags. New city. New names. New life. Olivia is stunned. You're insane. No. Smart. It's our only chance. At that moment, a loud knock at the door. Police. Michael freezes. Eyes wide with fear. You called them? Yes. He steps toward her. Foolish. You've ruined yourself too. She backs away. The knocking grows louder. Miss Hart. Open the door. Olivia runs to the door, opens it. Agents rush in. Freeze. Hands in the air. Michael pulls a knife from his pocket. Nobody move. He shouts, grabbing Olivia's arm. Michael, let go. She cries out. You ruined everything. Madness fills his eyes. The police are ready. Drop the knife, Michael. The agents yell. Never. He pulls Olivia closer. A shot. Michael falls. Silence. Olivia stands, shaking. Staring at his body. Blood spreads across the floor. It's over, she whispers. An agent approaches her. You're safe now. Olivia freezes. Tears in her eyes. Heart empty. Who did I love? Or did I ever love him at all? A draft blows the window open. Cold night air rushes into the room. Interrogation room. Cold white walls. A lonely lamp hanging from the ceiling. A metal table. 2 chairs. Olivia sits, fingers tightly locked together. Her hands tremble. Inside, emptiness. A dull ringing in her ears. The door opens. Agent Foster enters, a woman in her 40s, sharp gaze, sharp suit. She sits down opposite Olivia. Miss Hart, would you like some water? Olivia says nothing. Eyes fixed on the floor. Anything you say can be used in court. But that's not why we're here. We want the truth. All of it. Olivia looks up at her. Dry lips. I knew nothing. Not until the very last day. I swear. Your husband led a double life for at least 3 years. You really noticed nothing. Pause. I did. But I was afraid to see it. I closed my eyes. Thought it was stress. Problems at work. Normal fatigue. Foster makes a note in her notebook. The offshore accounts were in your name as well. Olivia freezes. He made me sign papers. Said they were for a new house. A new business. I didn't know. Foster looks her straight in the eyes. You need to tell us everything. If you want a chance to avoid charges, only the truth can save you. Olivia sighs heavily. Memories flood back. A month ago he changed. Came home late. Hid his phone. I found receipts. Then that number on the fridge. Then the flash drive. Her eyes fill with tears. Everything was there. Photos. Messages. Transfers. Everything. Foster writes. Why didn't you come to us immediately? I was scared. He said we were being watched. That I was in danger. That if I opened my mouth, we'd both be dead. Foster leans back in her chair. Do you realize how serious this is? His ties to the cartels. Gun deals. Money laundering. Thousands of lives ruined. He wasn't just unfaithful. He was a federal-level criminal. Olivia's mouth goes dry. I didn't know. That's why you're not under arrest. Yet. But witness protection, that's your only way out. Silence. Otherwise, they'll come for you. Cold creeps along her spine. What do you want from me? Foster slides a folder across the table. Everything. Every detail. Where he went. Who he spoke with. Who came to the house. Names. Faces. Addresses. Olivia opens the folder. Inside, photos of unfamiliar faces. Documents. Did this man ever visit your home? Olivia stares, a bearded stranger. Yes, twice. I thought he was a coworker. He's a cartel hitman. You're lucky you're still breathing. Her chest tightens. Hands shaking. Who else? This man. Olivia nods. Called Michael often. They spoke Spanish. Foster writes again. Good. What else? Memories surface. Strange boxes. Bags full of cash. Michael, pale, angry. Threatening her if she asked questions. He said if I found out, he'd kill me himself. Foster watches carefully. We'll record that, too. Olivia leans back. Eyes on the ceiling. I lived with a monster. All this time. Miss Hart. You're not the first. There are dozens like him. And dozens like you. Believers. Victims of lies. Silence. What now? Witness protection. A new city. A new name. Complete separation from your old life. What about family? Friends? Forget them. That's the price of survival. Olivia says nothing. Is there a choice? She asks quietly. No. If you stay, you won't see the sunrise. Cold terror. The door creaks open. Another agent signals Foster. That's enough for now. Foster rises. Think about it. Give us your answer in the morning. The door closes. Olivia is left alone. The room feels small. The walls closing in. One thought spinning in her head. I've lost everything. My husband. My life. My name. Who am I now? She closes her eyes. Darkness. Olivia swallows tears. Late evening. Olivia in her old bedroom for the last time. Tomorrow she leaves. A new city, a new life. No longer Olivia Hart. The window is open. Distant city noises drift in sirens, wind, passing cars. The scent of fresh asphalt and wet leaves after the rain. Olivia stands by the wardrobe. slowly going through her things. A dress she wore on their first anniversary with Michael. A sweater she wore when meeting him at the airport after his business trip. Now she knows he lied. A photo album, smiling faces, trips, picnics, holidays. A whole life, a lie. She picks up one of the photos, Michael holding her close. A genuine smile. Or was it? Now everything feels fake. How could I not see it? She whispers. How? Silence. Emptiness. On the bed, 2 bags. Everything she can take to her new life. Documents. A little clothing. No photos. No memories. Her phone rings. Agent Foster. Everything's ready. The car will be at your door at 6 a.m. Be there. Only essential things in the bags. Nothing more. I know, Olivia says softly. Last chance to change your mind. I've already decided. Good. See you in the morning. Click. The line goes dead. Olivia lowers the phone. Sits on the bed. Her mind blank. Thoughts tangled. Who is she now? Who will she be tomorrow? No one knows. She gets up, walks to the mirror, looks at her reflection. A tired, aged face. Red eyes. Tear stains. Hello, stranger, she whispers. On the bedside table, a locket. A gift from Michael. He said, so you'll always remember me. A bitter smile. Olivia picks up the locket, clenches it in her fist. To always remember who I'll never be again, she says. Foolish. Blind. Click, the locket lands in the trash. The clock ticks. The hands move slowly. Time slipping away. Scattered thoughts creep in. Mom. Dad. They'll never know where I went. They'll be told I disappeared, left, gone. A tight pain in her chest. And friends? Laura? How will she react? She warned me. Tears well up. But she's too tired to cry anymore. Olivia walks to the window. Looks down. A dark street. A parked car. People inside. FBI. Making sure Michael or his friends don't return too soon. He's out there. Hiding. Running. Like a rat. On the table, a letter. The last thing she'll leave in this house. For her parents. Forgive me. I love you. I'm safe. Nothing more. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Olivia freezes. Her heart stops. A second ring. She walks to the peephole. On the porch, Laura. Relief. She opens the door. God. You scared me. I heard. What's going on? The rumors? Michael. The police. Is it true? Olivia lowers her eyes. It's true. Oh my God. Olivia? Are you okay? I'm leaving tomorrow. Where? I can't say. Laura pales. Witness protection? You're serious. Olivia nods. I can't stay here. This isn't my life anymore. Laura steps closer, hugs her. You're strong. You'll make it. For the first time in a long while, Olivia smiles. Thank you, Laura. For everything. If you can, somehow, let me know you're alive. I'll try. They stand in silence. 2 friends for the last time. I have to go, Laura says. They're watching you, aren't they? Yes. Be careful. I will. Laura leaves. The door closes. Olivia leans against it. A deep breath. The last night at home. The last night of this life. She lies on the bed. Stares at the ceiling. It's over. Tomorrow, a new person. A new fate. A new lie. Michael sat at his desk in the quiet of his home office, staring blankly at the blinking cursor on his laptop screen. The report he was supposed to finish for work remained untouched. His mind, once so sharp and efficient, was now a chaotic swirl of thoughts he couldn't silence. A faint ticking sound filled the room, the old wall clock, counting the seconds as they slipped away. What am I doing? Michael thought bitterly. How did it get this far? Images of Olivia flashed before his eyes, her gentle smile, the way she touched his shoulder when she passed behind him, her quiet humming when she cooked. But these soft memories were now poisoned by his secret life, hidden messages, secret meetings, whispered lies. He rubbed his face with both hands, feeling the sweat on his palms. The guilt was eating him from the inside, like slow acid burning away his conscience. A sudden sound made him jump. The soft creak of the bedroom door. "Michael?" Olivia's voice was gentle but wary. "You're still working this late?" He turned, forcing a smile. "Yeah, just trying to finish this report before the deadline." She stood in the doorway, her silhouette outlined by the dim light from the hallway. She wore her favorite blue cardigan, the one he'd bought for their anniversary 3 years ago. There was something different in her gaze. Suspicion? Sadness? He couldn't tell. But she lingered, as if trying to read his thoughts. "Come to bed soon, okay? You need rest." "I will." "Just a few more minutes," he lied. She nodded slowly and turned away, her steps quiet down the hall. When she was gone, Michael let out a heavy breath and stared at the phone beside him. There were unread messages from Claire, the other woman. Temptation buzzed in his pocket like a persistent fly. "End it. End it now," his inner voice pleaded. But his fingers reached for the phone anyway. His heart pounded as he opened the chat. "Claire, I miss you. When will I see you again?" He hesitated. His thumb hovered over the keyboard. One message could shatter everything. The clock ticked. His pulse raced. He typed, "Maybe tomorrow. After work." And hit send. As soon as the message left, he regretted it. The familiar wave of nausea washed over him. This wasn't love, it was a trap. A lie he had built brick by brick, and now he was trapped inside. Meanwhile, Olivia sighed. Olivia sat on the edge of their bed, holding her phone tightly in her hands. The screen glowed softly in the dark room. She wasn't sleeping. She couldn't. Her gut told her something was wrong. Michael had changed. Distant, secretive. Smiling too little, talking too carefully. Earlier that evening, when he left his phone on the coffee table for a moment, a notification had popped up. A woman's name. Claire. She didn't open it. She didn't need to. The way he grabbed the phone, the panic in his eyes, said everything. Tears burned in her eyes, but she blinked them away. She needed proof. Quietly, she opened her laptop and started searching. Social media. Unknown numbers. Hotel bookings. Anything. Who is Claire? She thought bitterly. Why is she calling my husband? Each click on the keyboard felt like cutting into her own heart. And then she found it. A dinner reservation. Michael's name. 2 guests. The date matched the weekend he claimed to be on a business trip. Her hands trembled as she stared at the screen. Her fears were real. He's betraying me. But the question remained, what should I do? Back to Michael. Michael stood up and walked to the kitchen, pouring himself a glass of water. The cold liquid felt sharp in his dry throat. I have to stop this, he thought, before I lose everything. But another part of him whispered, she doesn't know. You can still control this. You can live both lives. The two voices battled in his mind, the loyal husband and the liar. Suddenly, he heard a sound behind him. Olivia. She stood in the doorway, her face pale but calm. Her eyes locked on his, searching for truth. Michael, she said softly. We need to talk. His heart froze. About what? He asked, pretending ignorance. About Claire. Silence. A long, terrible silence. His glass trembled in his hand. I don't know what you mean, he lied. But her expression didn't change. She knew. She knew. I saw the messages, she said quietly. The dinner reservation. The hotel. Michael felt the floor disappear beneath him. I can explain, he began, but she raised a hand. Don't. Not now. She turned away, walking slowly back to the bedroom. Michael stood frozen, the weight of his double life crashing down on him. Olivia, alone. In the bedroom, Olivia packed a small bag. Just essentials. She couldn't sleep in this house tonight. Not knowing what she knew. Her hands moved mechanically, phone charger, wallet, keys. Her mind was spinning. Where did it go wrong? Why did he do this? But deep down, she knew. Michael had been slipping away for months. She just refused to see it. A tear rolled down her cheek as she zipped the bag. It's over. She glanced at the wedding photo on the nightstand. 2 smiling faces, once full of hope. Lies, she thought bitterly. All lies. Michael, in the kitchen. Michael sat at the kitchen table, his head in his hands. He heard the bedroom door open. Olivia stood in the hallway, holding the bag. I'm leaving for a while, she said softly. Don't call me. Her voice was calm, controlled. But her eyes, they were broken. Michael wanted to speak, to beg, to explain. But no words came. She walked past him without a glance and left the apartment. The door clicked shut behind her. Silence filled the space. Only the clock ticked, counting the end of everything. Michael sat at his desk, staring at the glowing computer screen, but the words blurred into meaningless symbols. The weight of the envelope Olivia had given him rested on the desk like a silent bomb, ready to explode. His fingers hovered above the keyboard, unmoving. Outside the window, rain traced winding lines down the glass, mirroring the tangled confusion in his mind. His phone buzzed, a text from Jessica. Jessica, you've been quiet. Everything okay? A stab of guilt. How could everything be okay when his world was splitting into 2 pieces, each pulling him in opposite directions? He didn't reply. Not yet. In the kitchen, Olivia's soft humming broke the silence. She was making tea, as if nothing had changed. As if the letter she'd handed him didn't threaten to tear apart the carefully constructed life they shared. Michael's thoughts swirled. The woman he kissed at night and shared his dreams with had written that letter. She knew. Or at least suspected. Otherwise, why the strange questions in her note? Why the veiled suggestions? He opened the drawer and pulled out the letter again. Michael, it read, I've been wondering about your late nights. About your sudden trips. You say it's work, but my heart says otherwise. Am I wrong? His stomach clenched. His secrets were no longer safe in the shadows. Michael's internal monologue. How long has she known? How much has she seen? Did she follow me? Or is it just a guess, a suspicion she hopes is wrong? He felt trapped like a man in a room with walls slowly closing in. The front door creaked. Olivia entered the study with 2 mugs of tea. Her smile was gentle, her eyes searching. Olivia, softly. Long day? He nodded, swallowing hard. Michael, forcing a smile. Yeah, long day. She placed the mug in front of him. He noticed her fingers trembled slightly. Was she afraid? Hurt? Angry? Or pretending like he was? The silence stretched between them, thick with unspoken words. Olivia, quietly. Michael, is there something you want to tell me? His chest tightened. The moment he dreaded was here. Her voice was too calm, too careful. Michael, inner monologue. If I confess, everything ends. But if I lie, maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can save us. Or is that just another lie I'm telling myself? He looked at her, really looked. The woman who trusted him. The woman he betrayed. Michael, strained. There's nothing, Olivia. Just work, stress. You know how it is. She nodded, but her eyes darkened. She knew he was lying. And he knew she knew. The tension coiled tighter. The rain outside turned heavier, drumming against the glass like distant footsteps. Michael felt as if someone, or something, was watching from the shadows of his own life. Suddenly, his phone buzzed again. Another message from Jessica. Jessica, we need to talk. It can't wait. He quickly flipped the phone face down. Olivia's gaze shifted to the phone, then back to him. Her smile faltered. Olivia, soft whisper. Michael, who keeps messaging you so late? Silence. A cold, heavy silence. Michael felt his carefully spun web beginning to unravel. Michael, inner monologue. This is the edge. One wrong word, and I fall. One truth spoken aloud, and everything shatters. He forced a laugh. Michael. Just Dave from the office. Project's running late. You know how he is. But Olivia didn't smile this time. Her expression was unreadable, calm on the surface, but storming beneath. She stood, taking her tea. Olivia, softly. I'm going to bed. And with that, she turned and left the room. Michael sat frozen. The door closed behind her with a quiet click, but it sounded like the slam of judgment. Alone in the dim light, he stared at the silent phone, the unopened messages, the letter, and felt the weight of choices pressing down on him. The double life he thought he controlled was slipping through his fingers. The threads were coming undone. The rain kept falling. The next morning arrived with cold light slipping through the curtains. Michael sat at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, still dressed from the night before. His head throbbed with tension, his stomach twisted in knots. In the bathroom, Olivia brushed her hair silently, her reflection fractured by the cracked mirror. She hadn't spoken a word since she'd gone to bed, no goodnight, no morning greeting. Michael felt the weight of every second. His phone lit up again on the nightstand. Another message from Jessica. Jessica, I'm outside. We need to talk now. Panic shot through him. She couldn't be here. Not now. Not when Olivia was home. Not when the walls of his lies were crumbling. Michael, inner monologue. What is she thinking? Why would she come here? Doesn't she understand what this could do? He grabbed the phone, typed fast. Michael, leave. I'll call you later. Too late. The doorbell rang. Michael froze. Olivia paused her brushing. Olivia, from the bathroom. Are you expecting someone? His throat closed. He couldn't speak. The doorbell rang again, longer this time. Olivia stepped into the bedroom, staring at him. Suspicion darkened her face. Olivia, quietly. Michael, who's at the door? He forced a weak smile. Michael. Probably delivery. I'll get it. He rushed down the stairs, heart pounding so hard it made his ears ring. When he opened the door, Jessica stood there pale, anxious, soaked from the rain. Jessica, urgent whisper. Why aren't you answering? We need to talk. You can't ignore me, Michael. He glanced over his shoulder. Olivia's footsteps echoed upstairs. Michael, harsh whisper. Leave. Now's not the time. Jessica stepped closer, her wet hair clinging to her face. Jessica, voice breaking. I'm pregnant, Michael. You can't run from this. The words hit him like a hammer. His vision blurred. Upstairs, Olivia's voice floated down. Olivia. Michael? Who is it? His world spun. His carefully constructed life, collapsing in seconds. Michael, inner monologue. No. This isn't happening. Not now. Not like this. Jessica reached for his hand. Jessica, softly. Tell her. You have to. She deserves to know. He yanked his hand away. Michael, furious whisper. Go. Now. Please. But behind him on the stairs, Olivia. Silent. Watching. Her face pale, her eyes wide, her lips parting but no words coming. The silence cut deeper than any scream. Jessica turned, seeing her. Jessica, softly. Olivia. I'm sorry. Olivia stepped down slowly, her gaze locked on Michael. Olivia, coldly. What's going on, Michael? No escape. No lies left. Michael swallowed. Michael, broken whisper. She's pregnant. It's mine. The truth hung in the air like poison. Olivia stared, not moving, not breathing. Then she laughed. A sharp, hollow sound. Olivia, bitterly. Of course. Of course it's true. All the late nights. All the secrets. And I blamed myself. Thought maybe I wasn't enough. Her voice cracked. Tears welled but didn't fall. Jessica shrank back, guilt washing over her face. Jessica, quietly. I didn't want it like this. Olivia ignored her. She stepped close to Michael, her eyes burning. Olivia, whispering. You ruined everything. Michael felt his chest tighten, breath stuck in his throat. Michael, softly. I'm sorry. But sorry meant nothing now. Olivia's hand rose. For a moment, he thought she'd strike him. But she simply touched his cheek, gently, like she used to, her touch full of something deeper than anger, grief. Olivia, barely audible. Goodbye, Michael. She turned, walked past Jessica, out the front door, into the rain. Gone. Jessica watched her go, then turned to Michael, but he couldn't meet her eyes. Everything was broken. Everything. He shut the door, leaning his forehead against the wood, the weight of his double life crashing down like stones. Michael, inner monologue. I thought I could balance it. I thought I could control it. But the truth always wins. Behind him, Jessica whispered. Jessica, what do we do now? Michael didn't answer. The rain fell harder outside. Inside, silence, thick, suffocating, filled the house where love once lived. The house felt like a tomb. Michael stood alone in the darkened hallway. The clock on the wall ticked loudly every second, dragging him deeper into silence. Jessica had gone hours ago, after pleading for him to speak, to decide, to do something. He hadn't answered. Couldn't. He ran a hand through his hair, heart still hammering from the confrontation. His skin felt cold and damp. The ghost of Olivia's touch on his cheek lingered, burning like frost. The house smelled like her perfume. Faint. Lingering. Like a presence that refused to leave. Michael staggered into the living room, collapsed onto the couch. His phone lay on the table, silent. No calls from Olivia. No texts. Nothing. Michael, inner monologue. She's gone. Really gone. Not angry. Not shouting. Just gone. The weight of that truth settled into his chest like concrete. He stared at the dark TV screen. His reflection stared back, hollow-eyed, exhausted, broken. He barely recognized himself. The door creaked. For a moment his heart leapt, Olivia? But no. Just the wind. Just the house settling. The silence mocked him. Memories flooded him. Dinners with Olivia, laughter in this room, quiet mornings with coffee and soft music. Jessica's whispers in hotel rooms, secret smiles, stolen moments that felt thrilling, powerful, until they weren't. Now they felt like poison in his veins. His hands shook. He reached for the notebook on the coffee table, the same one Olivia had written in, left behind by mistake. He opened it. A page fluttered. Her handwriting, small and neat. What happened to us? Why does he feel so far away? Is it me? Did I stop being enough? A tear fell onto the page. Michael wiped his face roughly. Michael, inner monologue. It was me. Always me. My lies. My fear. My weakness. He stood, stumbling toward the kitchen. Opened the cabinet. Pulled out the half-empty bottle of whiskey. Poured a glass. His hand trembled as he raised it to his lips. Poured a glass. His hand trembled as he raised it to his lips. The burn in his throat felt like punishment. He welcomed it. The phone buzzed. A message. Jessica. We need to talk. I can't do this alone. Michael stared at the screen, his stomach twisting. He couldn't face her. Not now. Not ever. The child. The future she carried. A future built on betrayal. He set the phone down. It buzzed again. And again. He turned it off. Silence. In the kitchen, Olivia's favorite mug sat on the counter. The one with the chipped handle and the faded words, "Good things take time." Michael picked it up, thumb brushing the crack. It slipped from his hand. Shattered on the floor. Like everything else. He sank to his knees, staring at the broken pieces. His breath hitched. Michael, inner monologue. I thought I could have both. I thought I was smarter than this. Stronger. His voice broke the silence. Michael, whispering. I'm sorry, Olivia. But she wasn't here to hear it. Footsteps. His heart seized. He turned, but no one. Just echoes in the empty house. His mind played tricks. Or maybe ghosts. He stood slowly, wiping his face, breathing shaky. In the hallway mirror, he saw himself, pale, tired, eyes hollow. But behind him, Olivia's reflection. For one fleeting moment, he spun. Nothing. Just the dark. He closed his eyes. Michael, inner monologue. I deserve this. Every moment of fear. Every regret. The front door stood ajar. He hadn't left it open. He walked toward it, slowly, as if in a dream. Cold air swept in, carrying the scent of rain, of wet earth. Night sounds filled the street, distant cars, barking dogs, the world moving on without him. The mailbox flag was up. He stepped out into the night, barefoot on the cold concrete. Opened the box. Inside, an envelope. No stamp. No address. He pulled it out. Olivia's handwriting. His stomach twisted. Tore it open. Inside, one simple note. You broke everything. You can keep the pieces. Nothing else. No goodbye. No chance for redemption. His breath caught. He looked up, the street empty, dark. No sign of her. He stood there for a long time, the note clutched in his shaking hand, the cold sinking into his bones. The door creaked behind him. But when he turned, there was only darkness, and the sound of something shattering inside him. The dawn crept in slowly, pale and cold, washing the house in ghostly gray light. Michael sat on the living room floor among the broken pieces of the mug, knees pulled to his chest, staring blankly ahead. His breath was shallow, ragged, like he'd forgotten how to breathe properly. The envelope with Olivia's final note lay beside him. You broke everything. You can keep the pieces. Those words rang in his skull like church bells tolling doom. The whiskey bottle was empty. The glass shattered too, another casualty in a house full of ruins. His phone lay face down on the floor, still off. No messages now. No calls. Jessica was gone. Olivia was gone. And Michael was nowhere. Michael, inner monologue. How did it come to this? When did I lose myself? The world outside was waking, cars starting, birds singing thin songs of mourning, but inside the house, time had stopped. A frozen bubble of guilt and regret. The air smelled of dust and spilled liquor. He stood slowly, joints aching, head pounding from drink and sleeplessness. In the hallway, Olivia's coat still hung on the hook. Her keys in the dish. Ghosts of her presence. He reached out, fingers grazing the fabric, soft, familiar. His throat tightened. The front door was still ajar. Cold morning air drifted in, raising goosebumps on his skin. He stepped outside. The street was empty. Quiet. The kind of suburban calms that felt unnatural, as if holding its breath. Across the street, Mrs. Ellison watered her garden, pretending not to glance his way. Judging. Always judging. Michael turned away, shivering. Back inside, he wandered the house aimlessly. Every room whispered of Olivia. Every wall held her shadow. In the bedroom, her pillow still held the faint impression of her head. The smell of her shampoo. He sat on the edge of the bed. A thought formed, dark and full, like a hole opening beneath him. Michael, inner monologue. There's nothing left here. No way back. No fixing this. His hand slipped into the nightstand drawer. Cold metal greeted his fingers. The weight of the pistol settled in his palm. Heavy. Real. Final. He stared at it for a long moment. Michael, whispering. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But no one was there to hear it. A floorboard creaked behind him. His breath caught. He turned sharply. Nothing. Just the house. Just the emptiness. He stood, shaking, and carried the gun to the kitchen. Set it gently on the table. His eyes drifted to the window. Across the street, Jessica's car pulled into her driveway. She stepped out, hand on her stomach, moving slowly, carefully. Michael's heart lurched. The child. His child. The last piece of him that wasn't broken. A spark flickered in the darkness of his mind. Hope? Or guilt? He turned away from the window, heart racing. Michael, inner monologue. I can't leave that. I can't run. Not this time. The gun stayed on the table. He grabbed his coat instead. His wallet. His phone. For the first time in weeks, maybe months, he turned the phone on. Missed calls. Messages. From Jessica. He dialed. The ring cut the silence. Jessica answered. Michael. Her voice was wary. Careful. I need to talk to you, he said softly. In person. About everything. A pause. Then, quietly, okay. Come over. He hung up. His hand lingered on the doorframe as he glanced back into the house one last time. The broken glass. The empty rooms. The ghosts. Then he stepped outside. The cold air wrapped him like a punishment or a promise. He crossed the street. Toward Jessica. Toward the future. Whatever it held.